Good morning, Primary 6. How are you? Welcome back to school. I wish you have a happy second term. Inshallah. Our first lesson on Unit 1 is set of integers. Set of integers. Or integers number. Integer numbers. Okay? As we know, when we count anything, we start with 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. This set of numbers called counting numbers. It's called counting numbers. Its symbol is C. Okay? The last year we take another set of numbers start with 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. This set of numbers called natural numbers. Yes? Counting we start with 1, but natural we start with 0. The symbol is N. Okay? Sometimes we see numbers that called negative numbers that less than 0. Okay, we have number 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and another numbers that less than 0, like negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, and so on. These numbers also has a name. It's called integers. It's called what? Integers. Its symbol is Z. Okay, so Z, that's called integers, has numbers that in the middle 0, numbers greater than 0, 1, 2, 3, so on. These numbers are called Z positive, and numbers that smaller than 0, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, and so on. This called Z negative. Z positive, 1, 2, 3, Z negative, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3. Okay. Top 0. 0 non-positive and non-negative integer. 0 non-positive and non-negative. Okay, we have here in page 3, we have the sea level. Sea level is 0. Numbers up and numbers down. Up above sea level is positive. Below sea level is negative. 0 is non-positive and non-negative integer. Z or the integers, what? 0 in the middle, 1, 2, 3 positive, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3. It's called 0, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. It's positive integers or positive numbers, and negative 1, negative 2, negative 3 is negative integers. Here Z positive, 1, 2, 3, 4. Here Z negative, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, and so on. Okay, again we have that Z or the integers has 0 and the positive numbers and negative numbers. Then positive 1, 2, 3, 4. Z negative, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3. 0 means 0 non-positive or non-negative. 0 not positive or not negative integer. Okay, 0 is integer بس. Okay, just integer, non-positive, non-negative. Okay, primary. Non-positive means what? Means negative. That negative union 0. Non-positive numbers or non-positive integers. Non-positive means or non-negative means non-positive means negative integers union 0, like 0, -1, -2, and so on. Non-negative means positive union 0, like 0, 1, 2, 3, so on. Okay, primary, when I ask you about the non-positive numbers, you said the negative union 0. When I ask you about non-negative numbers, you will say the positive union 0. Okay, how we make the number line? Here, how we draw the number line of the Z numbers. In the middle, here 0. Here the positive numbers, integers. Here the negative integers. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. And here -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, and so on. 0 in the middle. Okay, here 0 in the middle. To the right, positive numbers. To the left, negative numbers. To the right, Z positive. To the left, Z negative. And 0, non-positive, non-negative. 0, non-positive, non-negative. Okay, now we will talk about the inverse. The inverse, or the opposite of sign. The opposite of sign. We have a number 3. What's the inverse of 3? Inverse of 3 is what? Opposite of sign, -3. Okay, the inverse of 6 or -6. Here the negative, opposite mean inverse mean opposite of sign. Negative opposite positive, positive inverse positive. The opposite is negative. Okay, inverse mean the opposite in sign, the opposite of sign. If we have a positive number, its inverse is negative. If we have negative, its inverse is positive. Okay, now the absolute value. Absolute value it's a sign like this. We put a number inside it. It gives us a positive result. Inside this sign, we put a number. Okay, any number inside this sign give us a positive result. Okay, give us a positive result. If we have example, I want the absolute value of -3. Absolute value give us a positive number. -3 will get out 3. Here we have, I want the absolute value of 5. Any number inside the absolute value get out positive. Negative get out positive, positive get out positive also. Okay, any number inside this sign get out positive, get out positive. Okay, now we will talk about the positive and the negative keywords. Okay, positive and negative is a word and its opposite, like this. A word and its opposite. Profit, its opposite is loss. Add, its opposite is subtract. Increase, its opposite is decreased. Right and left, forward and backward, above and below. Okay, this is the keywords of positive and negative. Okay, now open page 4, question number 1. Adel withdrew 500 pound from his bank account. Withdraw means take. He takes 500 pound from his bank account. Okay, take or subtract 500 will be negative 500. Okay, the teacher add 15. We know that add means positive, as this number is positive 15. Okay, in the opposite, in the positive we don't put the sign. Okay, we didn't put the sign, we just put the negative sign. Okay, London rises 7 meters above means positive. Add positive, withdraw negative. Okay, 7. Mona gained 79. Gained mean positive. 79 positive. The temperature of Paris city is 5 degrees below. Below means negative. We will put negative 5. Okay. Question 1. Now we want question 3 and the question 4 and question 5. In question 3, represent the following numbers. Okay, on the number line using one of the symbols of these symbols. Okay, we want to draw the number line here. How we draw the number line of the integers? In the middle, yes, put 0. To the right, positive. To the left, negative. Okay, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And here negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, and so on. Negative 4, negative 5, negative 6, and so on. Okay, I want to put 8 here, 8. Negative 3 here, negative 3. Negative 5 here, negative 5. 6 here, 6. 0 here, negative 2 here. Okay, write the inverse of each of the numbers. 213, its inverse, it's positive, its inverse is negative 213. Negative 11, its inverse is 11. 8 positive, its inverse is negative 8. 0, 0. As we know, 0 non-positive or non-negative. Negative 34, it's a negative, its inverse is 34. Okay, determine the value of the integer a in the following cases. We have the absolute value of a equals 35. As we know, this sign means any number inside it must be out positive. Must be out positive. So a can be 35 or negative 35. Again, A can be 35 or negative 35. Okay, in the two cases, it get out 35. Here, negative 7 in the absolute value equal A. A must be positive, Negative 7, A equal 7. Okay, A equal 7. I have finished our first lesson. I hope you understand. Thank you and goodbye.